Okay, there's a few things I just wanted to say about this movie. First of all, director David Verbeek was actually in attendance and was able to answer a few questions for us about the movie. And some of the things he brought up even before the movie started is that a significant portion of the movie takes place in the video game world. So we get to see the interaction between characters, the two main characters, as well as the character with a few other side characters in this video game world. They got help from video gamers to help create and design the video game scenes for the movie, which was really nice. And in a second life, that where Min Min and Jitsk meet, they each had their own avatars, and Jitsk's avatar is more of a video game personification of himself. So you can kind of see it's just more of a digitized version of himself. Min Min, on the other hand, her avatar was actually an alteration of herself. Almost the opposite. She's a really quiet girl when you see her in the movie, for the most part. And then she has this totally different persona, very different looking character and personality character on the video game Second Life. Overall, I'm going to give this movie a B+. It was a really good movie. It had a really good idea and message and story behind it. I will admit there were some parts that kind of dragged on a little bit, but it was more to try to develop the characters, and it kind of played into the role that in some way the real life is a little more dull than the video game world, being immersed in the video game world, but as dragging on and as dull as it seemed in those parts, I think it also complemented the movie in that way. Now, there are two things the movie deals with. One involves the video game culture and the growing phenomenon worldwide that games have a key part in, especially pop culture here in the U.S. and other countries such as Japan and such. And games are used now for competitions. In Korea, they've had StarCraft competitions televised on many networks. There are fighting video game tournaments that are around, and you've got a lot of competitions that are held just for these specific video games. And as you can hear in the background, I've got a friend who's playing a demo of a video game, Heavy Rain, which is a live-action kind of movie type video game. So if you get a chance to play it, check it out. But another thing that's interesting about video games, it's also used as a social network too. So people interact. If you watch the web series The Guild, it actually follows the lives of, even though they don't say it, the lives of World of Warcraft players who become friends and meet from playing World of Warcraft and seeing how awkward their lives are together outside of the game as opposed to inside, which is similar to what Are You There deals with. And the next thing they talk about in the movie is social networks and online chatting. Now, there are many social networks also that people use to mass communicate, especially if they don't have the ability or time to communicate with their friends and family in person. There are sites like Twitter. Let's see. Who would be a good person to look up? Actually, no. That's probably trouble waiting to happen. Anyway, we've got MySpace. A lot of musicians also use this to try to get their big break. Or other people just use it as blogging online. And you've got other social networking sites like Facebook, which... What the heck? What? Why did... Anyway, okay, I'll deal with that later. And there's also ways that people just talk to their friends when they're out and about using cell phones. So it seems like, just like in the movie Are You There, a lot of people deal with communication more non-face to face, which is something that's really dealt with in the movie, and especially with a game like networking games like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft. So yeah,